Okay, let's check out this video, The Downfall of Modern Music Producers. It sounded interesting to me. Now I'm kind of wondering if I'm getting kind of clickbaited here.
The top producers today who started 10 or 15 years ago would probably have a very hard time
What is going on with this voice?
making it in 2024.
It sounds like stereo kind of or something.
We are currently witnessing the biggest shift in music
Like, is there like saturation and reverb on it or something? Like a very small amount?
production
Or some stereo imaging or something? I don't know what is going on. This is like very over dramatic, over the top. I'm enthralled right now.
history, and the downfall has already begun. Making music is one
I'm going to get you, Joker.
of the most beautiful things in the world. We get to create
Knock off Venus Theory, dude. What?
things that make people happy. We build songs that make people
This is so Venus Theory, dude. The film overlays with the text.
want to dance and jump and sing. Quite
The stock footage. No.
literally, the creations that you
Stock footage, you gotta be really careful with stock footage, man. Sometimes it can get so generic, dude. If you pick the wrong clip, it can be really seamless and no one will really notice, or it could just get really generic. If you pick the wrong clip, man, you gotta be careful.
make can bring joy to someone's life. That's the job of a music producer, or at least that's what it used to be. My name is Justin. I run a music production school called Cosmic Academy. We've worked with over 800 producers in the last 12 years. I also speak at top universities on music. I've spoken at Harvard, NYU, Vanderbilt. Recently, I was giving a talk, and I got this very interesting question. A student raised their hand and simply said, "What is the job of a music producer?"
That is an interesting question. I don't know. Difficult question there.
Do they just make music?
No.
I looked at that student and I said,
I looked at that student and then I hit them. I started fighting them.
well, they used to. They used to just make music.
That's not really true though. Like people like Rick Rubin and DJ Khaled.
They used to just make music. Three things have changed that now, and the downfall has begun. Let's start with the first thing. I began my music career almost 20 years ago.
What does this have to do with it? Like your music career has nothing to do with the downfall of modern music producers.
I used to book artists, and then I built a very successful concert company. And over around 20 years, I watched things change in front of my eyes. Originally, when I used to book an artist or a DJ, the first question I would ask, is this artist any good? Are they a skilled performer, a skilled DJ? Do they have good music? Are they a great band? Sometimes there were segments of the audience that didn't know the act so well. And I remember booking DJ AM or booking Funkmaster Flex. These are some of the greatest historic DJs ever. And there were portions of the audience that didn't know much
It's snoozing me, man.
about them, but they trusted the bookings at the venue and they got tickets and they were blown away. A lot of times, artists would also be booked because of the music they made. I booked Axwell multiple times during the height of Swedish House Mafia. People loved his music.
This video is just like a giant flex. Flexmaster Flex here.
They didn't know him from Instagram. I don't even think he had an Instagram at the time. I booked Zed early on and people loved
Okay, we got it. We got it. You already you hit us with your credits for like half the video. You're telling us who you've booked, like just like a whole list of them. Like you could have just said one or two things and moved on. Like this is not making the point.
him because of maybe they like Clarity or Spectrum or some of those early great records. And when I really think about it, I don't think a lot of the audience even knew what he looked like before he came out. But at some point, things started to change. For me, I'll never forget the moment that it happened. I used to get pitched artists and DJs to book all the time. Managers and agents, they would send me their information on the artist, music that the artist has made, mini mixes of their sets, EPKs. But around 2013, I had a manager hit me up very differently about their artist. This particular manager didn't send me any of the material. No music, no mini mixes, no EPK about their background. I said, "Where's this artist's music? Where are their originals? Where's their tracks?" The manager said to me, "Oh, this artist doesn't have any of that, but they love him on social media."
Oh my god. This is so like, yeah, there's kind of a point here, but this is so like this video is so generic, and this point he's making is such a fucking boomer take. God damn, dude. Holy shit, I feel young. I feel young, really. This doesn't make me feel old. This makes me feel young.
And that's when I
Which I'm actually
knew
old.
everything was changing. This is the first reason for the
Social media f***ed everything up. Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg, as I like to call him.
downfall of the music producer. The audience discovery is different. There are countless studies and research and articles that confirm this data. You know, for most of you that are watching this, you probably used to discover your artist, your favorite artist on the radio. Or maybe depending on your age, you learned about your favorite artist on television, on MTV.
Like, okay, this is definitely a thing. Like, there's definitely like people with social media clout that release music that can be booked, etc. Like, for instance, Moist Critical. He is a large YouTuber and streamer, etc. And he releases music, and I wouldn't really classify him as a musician. That's like, or PewDiePie, etc. They've released music, and they could get booked for shows and whatnot. But it's not like those are the only people doing music now. You know, there's plenty of people with great music that have social media clout and don't and still get booked. But I'm sure it is a big thing. It definitely helps a lot, for sure.
TV on VH1. But today, and for the last few years, the new generation
I mean, it's really just about ticket sales at the end of the day, you know?
discovers music on social media. TikTok and Instagram rank higher than the radio for people
Whoa, what a fuck. Holy shit. My mind is blown right now. I can't believe that's true.
to discover music. So you can't just be a good producer anymore. You need to be good at the social media as well. That's where the audience is going to find you
Yeah, you definitely, yeah. There's definitely some truth to that.
today. And sure, your friends might be different.
The stock footage is just killing me, dude. Yeah, this is a video of me and my friends here.
And you might be different, but this is the data. And I see this when I speak at different colleges. You know, you talk to 18 to 23-year-olds, and the artists that they're naming to you that they know and love, they found on TikTok. They found a song on Instagram, and that's how they learned about it. So the audience discovery is different. And there's a lot in this. You know, think about it. When I was growing up, a radio station had a programmer and they would decide what to play. And this person, who hopefully had good taste in music, would choose what songs we heard on the radio. Now, that's gone. Now, an algorithm decides what
Got
you
like a pimple or something there? That fucking hurt.
hear. And that algorithm is a social media. And that social media,
That algorithm is a social media. Wait, that sentence though.
an algorithm decides what you hear. And that algorithm is a social media. And that social media
That algorithm is a social media.
is bound by the artist's marketing abilities. Having a great song
Yeah, there's definitely some truth to that.
isn't enough
Yeah, I've said that for a long time, dude.
unless there's great
Like sometimes you can get lucky, but generally, yeah, marketing can do a lot more than the music quality.
marketing behind it. Sure, big artists that have huge followings already, they've been around 10, 20 years, they don't have to worry about it as much.
True.
When you're just starting out, you have to go where this new audience is, and that audience discovers you on social. But it's not just being good at the music and the marketing, there's more. Here's reason number 2 for the downfall of the producer. You are no longer
Its downfall is so like hyperbolic. It's not. I wouldn't say there's a downfall yet. I would say AI is probably like a more possible downfall thing that could happen in the future.
a music producer. You are also a business, and you need to be
You've always been a business, though. That's not new.
good at everything else. Record labels used to sign different types of deals with the artists. Labels used to sign what was called a 360 deal, and they would
Bro, that's a bad thing. 360 deals are a bad thing. We should be happy there's not 360 deals.
act
Well, I mean, there still are, but that's not as common of a thing, I guess.
as your manager and your agent and your PR and your marketing. Now, labels rarely do those deals.
Oh man, that's such a bad thing. They rarely do those deals anymore. People make no money out of them. Oh, it's such a bad thing. God, I wish that we could go back to the days when we were doing 360 deals all the time.
And you're left to do all of that on your own. So
Oh God, man. And I get to make all the money? That sucks.
the modern producer and the future producer isn't just good at making music. They also need to be good at the marketing and the business and the PR and the networking and the deals. and all of these other things. I even look at our program, Cosmic Academy. When we started 12 years ago, I just taught a 1-hour piece of one class on that side. You know, for 1 hour on one night, I would talk a little bit about Facebook fan pages, and that was it. Now, today, it's 50% of the curriculum. Social media, pitching labels, Spotify, networking, getting your own gigs, all that stuff. Because sadly, you need to be more than just someone who makes music. Now, we have successfully taught hundreds of producers to do those things. So if you do need help and you want to learn more, apply to our program. I'll leave a link below in the comments. That brings me to the next cause of this downfall. Number 3, anyone and everyone can be a music producer. And this is,
I feel like it was always that way too.
a good thing, but also a bad thing. When most serious producers are starting out,
I mean, yeah, I would say the barrier of entry is a lot lower though. Like it doesn't require as much.
it used to be this mysterious jungle. It's hard to find the right tools, the right software, the right plugins, the right information, the right teachings. Now, there's too much of that stuff. You go on YouTube to find an answer about compression, and there's 100,000 kids.
Dude, there's even a 10-hour one. What the f? Actually, it's right there, 10-hour course. Oh my god.
It's making videos on it that may or may not
Dude, that's like some CIA torture tactic stuff.
be telling you the right answer. There's also endless amounts of competition now, and that's not always a good thing. Typically, competition will make everyone better. Look at sports. As players get better and there's more competition, new records keep getting broken. Everyone has to push to level up. Now, you hear this with like
Okay, that just sounds like what's going on here.
basketball. They're like, oh, players today they'd be better than the
How is it any different than sports in terms of competition, though?
players back then, and players back then could never play today. Like, that's maybe true. But in a strange way, music is not like that. Because of so much new technology in music, it's very easy for it to get dumbed down, not elevated. Anyone
But what you just showed there was like AI mastering. That's not...
at this point can crack a DAW, download a construction kit or an Ableton kit,
I mean, I feel like that's part of the skill at this point, right?
tweak some sounds, and then boom, they're pitching the same labels and the same playlists as you. But you're doing it seriously, and they're just messing around. You know, I mentioned before that I booked Funkmaster Flex, and way back then, he showed up with crates and the vinyl. He was tracking the BPM with his watch. Now, it's much
What the... That seems kind of unnecessary.
easier to DJ. Almost anyone can be a DJ. And yes, that's a good thing, but also a bad thing. Those of you that are taking this really seriously, that are doing this for the passion and the love and trying to make this a career, sadly, you're being watered down by whatever new Instagram model decided to become a music producer and DJ yesterday. And they're competing for the same labels and the same stages as you. And yeah, sometimes
Oh, God, this music, man. I feel like this would actually hit harder without the music.
it's hard to tell who's professional, who's the real deal. We live in a world of auto-tune and auto-sync and AI, and it is great for
Oh
some
my God, this is so sad. Music producers, let's all s our wrists in unison.
things. I used AI to make some of the images in this video, but it's also scary
I'm not surprised, actually.
for other things. You know, there might be people getting gigs and shows and signings based on music they really didn't make. So
It's been a thing for a long time.
what should we do? First, we all need to realize that change is inevitable. The old days when your favorite
Oh my God, this inspirational music. Oh, fuck, man.
producer started, those days are
Oh God, dude, I have to keep stopping it. I can't take it. My heart is about to fucking jump out off the balcony.
over. You can't sit here and try to follow Skrillex's footsteps. That might not work today. We need to evolve, but at the same time, be true to ourselves. We're here because we love music,
Oh my God.
and you need to stay in love with the process, not just the destination. If your whole goal is to just play that festival or get on that label, there might be someone who uses some AI and some tricks, and they get there first. But if you're really here for just the music, then that's
I'm using some dang old AI or some trickery. Not me. I'm good old hard work. I'm good old fashioned.
okay. Because if you love the journey and you love the process, then no matter what happens with these downfalls, your love will radiate. It'll
Ugh.
radiate from your music. It'll
Fucking-
radiate from your
oh,
brand.
God.
And the fans and the
Ugh.
ARs and the talent buyers,
Ah.
they can feel
Stop it with the music, man. Oh God.
that. Sure, There's some gimmicks and some new technology things, and those folks are going to break through sometimes. But true art will always prevail.
Dude, this is so opposite to what he said in the beginning. You said you could make great music, but it will fail because of the marketing. Then now he's saying, but true art will always prevail. It's a bro moment, dude. It's a bro moment. It's like ultimate hypocrisy here.
And be appreciated.
I'm sorry, man. I'm trying to be open-minded here. I don't know. I wasn't open enough that my brain fell out.
By people who love true art.
Wow. I'm speechless, honestly. That was some inspirational stuff, man. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna make some real art, and it's gonna prevail. That was the Cosmic Academy with the downfall of modern music producers. I mean, man, I don't know, man. It was like some tear jerk porn. I feel like it's like maybe clickbait is like not really the right word, but it's like you're overstating the issue here. You know, it's really the downfall of modern music producers. I don't know. Maybe I've done that with some of my titles in the past, so I can't really blame them. I probably could forgive that if like the whole point wasn't kind of contradictory, as well as that generic inspirational music, dude. That was bad. It was real bad. All right, check out that video if you want to. I don't know. This guy's only got 27K subs though, so you know, maybe he'll grow into it. Maybe we could take this as some feedback. We'll probably see this. Yeah, it seems some people in the comment section agree with me here. I kind of hate this video because the implication is that you could be successful just being a producer before and that you didn't need to know how to market. The truth is you've always needed multiple skills. This is so true. And plus, having a 360 deal is not a good thing, dude. Ghost production has been a thing for a very long time, bro. Like, there's been people who are entire fakes, like 20 plus years ago. Genuinely the least clickbait, most informative and insightful video on this topic I've ever seen. Don't know how to help this guy, man. Hands down, this is a real tutorial I needed for these crazy times. This isn't a tutorial, man. What?
Bang Incorporated.